Welcome back to the 17 News at Noon podcast, where we share your news on your schedule.
Working in the spirit of the Golden Empire, this is 17 News at Noon.
Good afternoon, and thanks for joining us for 17 News at Noon. I'm Nicole Gitsky. We'll begin with the latest on the coronavirus pandemic here in Kern County and another deadly day. Today, Kern Public Health reports 2 new deaths and 766 new cases. That brings the total cases in our area to more than 67,000. More than 33,000 people are isolating at home with an active case of the virus. That's nearly half of the total number of people infected. A record 384 people are in the hospital with more severe symptoms. So far, 504 people have died from COVID-19 here at home. And a reminder, the new deaths actually happened over the past few weeks, but they were confirmed today. And across California, the numbers are also reflecting a surge. State officials say the state's 7-day average comes out to more than 37,000 cases per day. In total, California has had more than 2 million confirmed cases and more than 24,000 deaths. State medical experts warn that hospitalizations could double in the next several weeks. The state says available ICU capacity is down to 0% for both the Southern California and San Joaquin Valley regions. The regional stay-at-home order was supposed to end for those regions yesterday, but Governor Gavin Newsom says the order will probably remain in effect. The current stay-at-home orders require regions to have ICU capacity projections to be above or equal to 15%. In Los Angeles County alone, officials estimate 1 person dies every 10 minutes from COVID-19. Health experts say the worst is expected to come in the next few weeks after Christmas and New Year's travelers return home. Now, this all comes as Mercy Hospitals announced yesterday that they are suspending all elective procedures amid the COVID-19 surge. Hospital representatives say the policy is now in effect at its downtown and southwest locations. Though those procedures are currently suspended, Mercy also says the decision to perform elective surgeries will be evaluated on a day-to-day basis, and those experiencing medical emergencies should not delay care and report to their nearest emergency room as soon as possible. Now, one of the major health consequences of the coronavirus pandemic is people's mental health as they struggle with the effects of isolation and financial troubles. If you are dealing with stress, worries, or other concerns related to the pandemic, you can call the Mental Health and Wellness Hotline launched by the Kern County Latino COVID-19 Task Force. You can speak with experts who can provide helpful information and resources. That number is 525-5900. It's available in both English and Spanish Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. And now Dr. Mark Ghaly is providing an update on the coronavirus pandemic here in California, where we could very well hear the possibility of an extended stay-at-home order. Let's send it over to him now and hear what he has to say.
37,500. You can see that the today number, lower than the 7-day average, just goes along with the point that the governor and I've been making, many others, that some signs that the case numbers are stabilizing. However, our test positivity has been thankfully not going up too much, but stable in this 12.5% range today, 12.6 14-day positivity in the face of nearly 246,000 tests. Remind you that we've been averaging over 300,000 tests over the last many days. Next slide.
Now, the CDC has issued new COVID vaccine guidance for people with underlying health conditions. The agency says these adults can get a vaccine when it becomes available if they do not have a history of severe allergic reaction to any of its ingredients. People with weakened immune systems or autoimmune disorders can also receive a vaccine, but should be aware that it has not been thoroughly tested on these patients. Most importantly, the statements urge people to continue following safety measurements like social distancing and wearing masks even after they're vaccinated. The CDC also says vaccinated people should still follow quarantine protocol after a potential exposure to the virus. And now that coronavirus vaccines are starting to roll out in the U.S. and abroad, many people may be dreaming of the day when they can travel, shop, and go to the movies again. But in order to do those activities, you may eventually need something in addition to a vaccine passport application. Several companies and technology groups have begun developing smartphone apps or systems for individuals to upload details of their COVID-19 tests and vaccinations, creating digital credentials that could be shown in order to enter concert venues, stadiums, movie theaters, offices, or even other countries. Welcome back. In your 17 Crime Watch, we have newly released video of the officer-involved shooting that happened back in November. Officers were called to Truxtun Avenue near Mercy Hospital after a man allegedly tried stealing a construction vehicle. The suspect has been identified as 28-year-old Alicia Moraz, and he left that vehicle but was still driving around the area in a red pickup truck. And when officers confronted Moraz, they opened fire. Police say they thought Moraz pointed a gun at the officers, but according to BPD, no weapon was recovered. Police say they did find a black battery pack and a drug pipe inside Moraz's truck. You can watch this whole video on our website, kget.com. Meantime, we have new information on the local Walmart that was evacuated because of a reported gunshot just outside the store. It happened just before 1:30 yesterday at the Walmart on Fashion Plaza in East Bakersfield. Police say no one was hurt. According to police, the 31-year-old Rodolfo Romo fired the gun 2 times into the air outside of the Walmart, then dropped the gun when it appeared to malfunction and ran into the store. BPD says an on-duty patrol agent heard the shots and was able to take Romo into custody. It's unknown why Romo shot the gun. He is facing charges of reckless discharge of a firearm and weapon violations. And we continue to follow the story in California City, where 2 boys, 3-year-old Orson and 4-year-old Oren West, have been reported missing since last Monday. California City police have only released bits and pieces of information on the investigation. Residents and neighbors still have so many questions. Here's what we know so far. It's been over a week now since 3-year-old Orson and 4-year-old Oren West were reported missing. The adoptive parents of the 2 little boys say they reported them missing last Monday just before 6 p.m. California City police and dozens of locals searched the area for the kids on Monday night and all day Tuesday. Police got a search warrant to search the house and have been in and out with bags of evidence. They even dug up the backyard on Wednesday night.
Some kids to come up missing, it's terrifying. So that's pretty much where I'm at. Yes, frustrated, and I'm afraid for my babies.
Dozens of residents organized a vigil on Saturday to pray for the safe return of the boys. Police say the adoptive parents have been cooperative. They have 4 other kids. 2 are biological and 2 are adoptive. All 4 have been taken into protective custody by the authorities. And firefighters are investigating a structure fire this morning in East Bakersfield. It happened on East California Avenue near Haley Street. Bakersfield Fire says what appears to be a vacant apartment complex was on fire when they arrived. They say the fire is now under control. According to BFD, no one was injured, and it appears no one was inside the complex at the time. Arson investigators are on scene to determine what the cause of that fire is.
Well, it was a beautiful morning in the mountains. As the sun came up, you could see the snow on the ground. Frazier Park was beautiful this morning. No snow on the roadways. They did see a little bit of patchy ice, but there was definitely snow on the ground and on the hillsides. It's going to be a beautiful day up that way with clearing skies around the area. As we take a look at the regional view, other than the Kern County area, all other locations cleared out nicely. Tonight, with that clearing, we'll see the return of fog around the state. So that's something we're watching for on our Wednesday morning. Temperatures today right near 60 in Sacramento, 54 in Fresno, lower 60s down to the south in LA and San Diego. Pismo Beach today, sunny skies, 61, a north-northeast wind at 5 to 10. There's a high surf advisory in place as well. So a little bit of ridging here, but storms are brewing to the north and west, and we're going to be tracking that as we head into next week. Here's our futurecast model. You can see some clouds in and out through at least Monday. Tuesday morning, looks like another shot of rain moves on in. This is going to be a series of systems, because on Tuesday night we get a little bit of clearing, and then the next round of rain moves in on Wednesday evening. Possibly some snow up in the Kern River Valley, the higher elevations there, and then put this into motion. We get a break Thursday afternoon, and then another shot of rain and mountain snow heading into next Thursday night into Friday. Here's a look at rain for the month of January, and you can see last year 1.38 inches in the gauge, just over an inch in 2018, over 2 and 3/4 of an inch for 2017, and then just under 2 inches in 2016. So that's what Januaries have looked like from 2019 to 16. We'll see what this January brings. Now, we need the rain because take a look at the drought monitor as of today. Bakersfield's still in that moderate drought status. And here's a look at what we can expect on the air quality today. Yesterday good, today moderate with an AQI of 53. And your forecast calling for those clearing skies today. Bakersfield should be near 53, 54 in McFarland, 50 out in Taft for the mountains in the Kern River Valley. We'll look for clearing skies, 42 in Frazier Park and Tehachapi, near 50 into the Kern River Valley. And then for the desert, sunny skies, 52 in Mojave and a light north wind. As we take a look at the extended forecast here, and you'll see tomorrow, midweek, 55, and some clouds on Thursday. Ringing in the new year, Friday, partly cloudy and 56. And then for the mountains, we'll look for mostly sunny skies tomorrow. Sunny for your New Year's Day, but still cool at 49. And then some clouds rolling for the weekend for the Kern River Valley. Rolling in Friday with a high of 57, mostly sunny, and then for the weekend some clouds and the mid-50s. That's a look at your forecast. Enjoy Tuesday. It is just going to be a beautiful day all around.
KGET Business Watch is brought to you by Grapevine MSP Technology Services, the Valley's leading IT service provider.
A banner weekend for streamers tops our consumer news. HBO Max and Disney Plus got a big bump in downloads over the holiday weekend. That's thanks to the holiday weekend and debuts of Wonder Woman 1984 and Pixar Soul. HBO Max set a single-day record for mobile downloads with an estimated 244,000 on Sunday. That's according to market research firm Apptopia. Disney Plus had about 2.3 million downloads of its mobile app worldwide this weekend. And as officials roll out both the Pfizer and Moderna COVID-19 vaccine as quickly as possible, the extreme cold temperatures required for the Pfizer product mean that the safety of workers transporting and storing it must remain their top goal. CNBC's Seema Mahdi has the story.
Dry ice is playing a vital role in keeping the Pfizer vaccine at that ultra-low temperature. However, it does present a unique challenge. Over time, dry ice, a solid form of carbon dioxide, turns back into a gas, and too much CO2 in a confined space can be hazardous.
Exposure of CO2 can cause dizziness, disorientation, headaches, fatigue.
It's why many workers involved in boxing, shipping, and delivering the vaccine are wearing CO2 detectors, one of which is made by Honeywell.
We're protecting workers throughout the supply chain, including those involved with vaccine packaging, shipping, and storage. We're working with key transportation and logistics companies as well as vaccine manufacturers.
Honeywell says it's seen a 60% increase in shipments of its detectors in the past month and has been working to expand production to ensure there's enough supply. The industrial giant is also conducting tests with some airlines where the shipping of dry ice requires special precautions. It's not just those transporting the vaccine. Walgreens says it's investing in similar devices.
With those CO2 monitors, we have manufacturers that have been able to supply the locations that we are designated for dry ice. And the intent of that is not only to help protect the team members where the dry ice is going to be stored, which is in the pharmacy area, but then in addition to that, the rest of the store.
Demand is high. We spoke with a small business named Forensic Detectors out in California that says it has already sold out of its CO2 monitors. For CNBC Business News, Seema Mahdi.
Well, here's something that you don't see every day, a lunar rainbow. But that's exactly what a California researcher spotted in the night sky Monday night. The photo was taken by a staff research associate at the Anza Borrego Desert Research Center. And the lunar rainbow, or moonbow, was caused by light coming off the moon and some rain sprinkles above the desert. Now, the National Weather Service and San Diego had just 2 words for the image: mind blown.
The 17 News at Noon podcast is a production of KGET and Nexstar Media Group. For more on all of the headlines in today's show, head to kget.com.